Hey, I'm Gracie Strawhorn, and I went to the Sexy and I Know It dialogue session. And in our group, I felt that we did achieve true dialogue after a little bit of like the awkward silence and everything, of everyone just like sitting there and nobody wanted to say anything. But once people started talking and it got rolling pretty good, and nobody really like attacked anyone for their beliefs or anything. We all just kind of discussed it in a good manner, and we really just kind of connected through it and got to see different people's views on things, which was really cool. And everyone got to put their input in and say what they were feeling. And it was really just cool to see like other people accepting people's beliefs and while maintaining their own, and without hating on them or putting them down for what they believe. Um, there were active voices in our dialogue. There were some people that spoke a little more than others, and I just guess it really just depends on how comfortable you are with talking to people. Some people really had some pretty cool things to say and some cool experiences that they had, and it was just really neat to be able to hear what they had to say and put my input in as well. Yeah, there were some more reserved voices in our dialogue. Some people just didn't really want to talk, which is fine. Some people, it might have made them a little uncomfortable to hear some of the things that were being said, as far as like stereotypes and everything. But I'm sure that they had an opinion, they just aren't really wanting to voice theirs. A role that I played in the group was I didn't really, I wasn't like the most active voice, but I wasn't the most, reserved either. I did put my input in a few times, and, just what I thought. We did like an activity of how we compared. We like made a little chart thing, and we put in each one how we ranked things like race and I think religion and gender and different things like that, and how important they were to us as an individual. And then we like grouped up with another person and we like compared them. So it was really cool to like see how we lined up with another person, and it was really insightful just to do that activity. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I think dialogue is a component of C1000 because it's a good way to get to know other people's views, and just like coming to college in general is just kind of like a new thing for everybody, and not everybody like knows each other, and they're not really comfortable with like, some people aren't really comfortable with branching out and just putting themselves out there like that. So I think that the dialogue was a good way for people to get to know each other, and as well as like find out about different students on campus, and just kind of how other people are as far as like their views and how they differ. I see dialogue as a useful tool in my university experience because it's really cool to see how diverse the people are here, and it kind of gives me a better understanding as to that not everyone like thinks the same that I do, because when you grow up in a town, it's kind of like everyone feels the same as you do about some things. Like, I grew up in Greenville, and I know the majority of people there were like Baptists, and just South Carolina in general is just basically like the Bible Belt. And while we were in the dialogue, it was just kind of interesting to see like where people came from, like Ohio, and they said everyone there was predominantly Catholic. So that was really cool to see that like everyone's not the same as I am. I guess I've really just never thought about it, but when I like saw that other people were different, it just kind of just like made me be like, like I can like still get along with them, and we don't really have the same beliefs, but that's okay. I really just thought that the whole activity in general was really helpful for me, and I'm sure for other people. It really just helped broaden my views of how other people are, and just made me realize that everyone has a different idea of beauty, and that's okay. And some people go through things to make them, you know, think that way. As far as like some people's little chart thing, they focus more on. I think there was one that was like body type, and I'm sure like one of the bigger girls was saying that that's one of something that she focuses more on, and that just really was insightful for me to see that like that's not necessarily the main thing that I focus on, but it's because I don't really relate, because that's never been like a main problem for me, but something that might have been a problem for me, she wouldn't relate to as well, just because that's not, she doesn't feel the same way. So I think through the whole experience, it was really cool to get to see everyone's different views, and I really enjoyed it.